Today we're going to create a Pimms Cup smoked with the smoking gun. It gets pretty awesome. And there's a new co-host. I don't know who it is. Stay tuned.
Never guess.
Welcome to Comment Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer, and I have with me Jennifer Schommer. Name tag update. You don't got a Twitter?
You might have one.
No.
No?
You don't have a Twitter. It doesn't have my nice, cool...
Oh, stupid yellow head? No. What are we doing today?
Today we're creating the smoked Pimms Cup. This recipe was created by Jennifer.
No.
You didn't create this.
I didn't create this. It's a Pimms Cup.
You derived from the one from liquor.com, right? Is that where you pulled it from?
Yeah, I pulled it from liquor.com. I did it if you follow Derrick or Common Man Cocktails on Facebook. You saw the little video short of producing this drink.
This. And the smoked Pimms Cup. Pimms Cup is a little vague on what it always contains. Usually it has some sort of ginger ale or ginger or Sprite or something.
You can do, either Sprite,
what was the other
ginger beer, ginger ale, lemonade. I've seen it with lemonade too. Lemonade, but then it's always bubbly. So it was lemonade with like seltzer water.
Seltzer?
Seltzer water.
It's like a smash almost. You're gonna take some. We're gonna do strawberry, a sliced strawberry, mint, orange piece. With pre-hulled strawberry. Jennifer was stabbing herself earlier. Ian's dried out bad. You don't want to use that top. Slice that off because that was the tip is cut the tip off. And then basically you take that and the traditional means is you would take this and you build it in a glass and you'd serve it with crushed ice. I think. What we're gonna do is, and we found that.
No, it's usually a Collins glass, so it's cubes.
We had low balls, I think.
We had low balls in New Orleans when I ordered them.
So the Sprite in Mike's sermon, I believe it was, had mentioned something saying Pimms Cup with Sprite with like a couple exclamation points or something. While you can use any of them, ginger ale is probably like the more traditional of traditions.
I did not have ginger ale in New Orleans either.
No.
It was sweet, and I would have tasted the ginger ale. It wasn't ginger ale.
And what I've noticed, and when we were testing this with ginger beer, the spice of the ginger kind of hid some of the cool parts. That is the last phase of this, which is to smoke it. So otherwise, you just have Pimms Cup. It wouldn't be called smoked Pimms Cup unless it's got some smoke in it. So we're going to add some smoke into it, and we're going to do that with this Halm glass. This is a glass that I imported from the Czech Republic a week or two ago. They came in really quick. It was nice. And it's the Jacobson design, or Martin Jacobson, who creates these. They're hand-blown glasses. He does a whole bunch of different cool, non-traditional, simple style glassware. In this specific case, I only imported this one because I had a purpose for it.
I need my jigger, 2-ounce jigger. And a 1-ounce jigger.
I don't know what that is. That's a 2-ounce. This looks like...
We got all of the fruits, and we didn't get the alcohol.
Oh, we don't have any alcohol out.
Luckily, I know right where it is.
She knows where it is because the last thing we created was the Pimms Cup. So, I imported these. Got a whole bunch of them at AwesomeDrinks.com.
Did you say that it was 2 ounces of Pimms?
I didn't say anything. You ready? Here we go. It's 2 ounces of Pimms #1, 3 ounces of lemon lime soda, cucumber slices, a whole strawberry, half an orange slice, 6 mint leaves, applewood smoked with the smoking gun. So this is an applewood. This is a bigger version of the applewood that you can get. That comes with the smoking gun. So if you were to purchase a smoking gun,
throw some ice in there.
You would have the applewood smoke, the mesquite, I think is the other one it comes with, if I remember correctly. But we also have on the store the different chip selections. So there's like the next bundle with bigger chips in it. When you need to level up. Ready? You had more ice in this one, you did it?
A little bit more.
Because I could do that. There's more ice in here.
It's interesting to get the ice into there.
Boom. So there you go. This, my friends, is a Lewis bag. One of the benefits of a Lewis bag is because of the canvas it's made out of, it absorbs water really well. So when you're crushing up ice, the problem is surface area of the ice is very broad. You have a lot of surface area, chills down fast. The problem is, even when it's chilling the atmosphere, meltwater's coming off, so you end up with a lot of meltwater. And if you have chilled ice and you just break it open, you have a big bunch of cracked ice and you throw it in there, you're going to end up adding a bunch of dilution that's not actually bringing in any chill, because the dilution and chill together is what cools down the drink. If I just take a bunch of watered down ice and throw it in there, it's just going to create a watery drink and then add more water. Right. So this avoids that.
I missed with the Sprite a bit.
Oh, wow. Nice. It's good that I just changed or cleaned the mats too, right? Oh, we need smoke.
Wait, we gotta smoke it. I just put it over there to make it easier to smoke.
So the next phase is the smoke.
Stick that in there.
You already did?
No, I got these.
You pre-made. Or did you do that when I was talking?
Did that when you were talking? I'm on my game.
Okay. All right, so now we're gonna add the smoke. You turn it on first. Then she has such a problem with this flame for some reason. Then you start it and it lights right up. You get the smoky in there, shut it off, and then the house smells like applewood smoke for a couple days. Done deal. Now you want to just
when you shake it.
You want to infuse it a little bit like this.
The soda makes it start bubbling.
So part of the problem with infusing this is the soda carbonation is creating pressure. And then you may get a little that drips out. But now once you've done that, the glass is sealed. There's a hole right in the top, but the liquid can't come out that way. Now you throw this in there, and you can suck the liquid right off because there's a nice little, what do you call it, like glass stem in the center. Yeah. And the smoke stays inside with the beautiful drink. Which is how the
Sprite got on the mat.
Oh, yeah. The pouring it, you should always tilt it off to the angle so it doesn't pour into the spout.
I tried.
See, you can see it already kind of popping out. And typically what I do to put the smoking gun away is I pull that part off. Usually I dump, which I probably did, just dump this stuff everywhere. Throw it in the trash. Just bang out the ash. If anybody here is a pot smoker, this is all nothing new to you. We're going to take this. I guess we'll take a shot somehow. My thing disappeared.
It's definitely, yeah, go ahead. I'll take a shot.
Where'd my mark go? I lost my mark already.
You'll have to bring her with us this week.
Yeah. So, in this case, what you have is you have a drink that has a nice smoky infusion going on inside of it. And this is harder with two people.
I know.
And then the smoke resides in there, and what happens is the smoke's going to start to cling to the edges, and it stays, and it'll clear out a little bit, but it takes a little bit of time.
You definitely get the smoke. Mm-hmm. If you haven't had a Pimms Cup is... Pimms is like a sweet and bitter all at the same time. Product. So yeah, it's herbal and there's a bitter component to it. Yeah. But inside the Pimms Cup, since you're adding the Sprite or lemon lime soda, yeah, it brings up the sugar content. Obviously, the mint you can get, yeah, and the smoke you can get. The fruit, it's kind of just there.
Yeah. When I usually drink a Pimms Cup, I usually just eat the fruit out. Yeah. Which you could still do. Flip it upside down when you're done. Pull the cork off and chew the fruit out. It'll be infused.
And in this case, you definitely get the apple smoke.
There's definitely an apple component. I don't really get a lot of strawberry cucumber per se fruitiness, but Pimms itself lends a lot of like those more of a crazy flavor you can't just pin down. Right. So to me, this is kind of like a cocktail enthusiast sangria. Throw a bunch of fruit inside of this, which is I think a gin base liqueur. Kind of a liqueur. What's the percentage on this thing? 25%, right? So it's still kind of liqueur quality. Throw it in there, and you're done. From there, you can just kind of get crazy. If you don't want to use cucumber, you can throw in some other fruit. I don't know, like blueberries.
But again, you don't get a lot of the fruit flavors.
If it sits there long enough.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the cucumber might come through. Cucumber pairs well with mint. And we did a drink, I think, last week, where you and Ian
East Side?
Yeah. And it paired well.
I think as you get down, you'll get it. But the other thing is because that smoke is stuck within there, some of it will get sucked up through the straw. Once it's gone, you can literally suck the smoke up and blow it out. So while it's also infusing the drink, as you're sucking in, and it's deepening the infusion until you just end up with smoke in your...
I got a question of the day.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't even check to see if anybody had a...
Nobody has one. Huh. Well, I didn't see any of the tag that they use. So, I saw this a while ago. I don't usually go on Facebook, but every now and then I message somebody on Facebook and then I'll see something. So, I think it was either Derrick that used to work with or his wife. But they had asked, you know the measuring spoons that usually come... the measuring spoons that usually come on a ring and they come together?
Oh, yeah!
Do you take them off the ring or do you keep them together as one? My vote is keeping them together as one, because when you take them off, they always get lost. And I understand if you use one, then you have to wash the whole thing.
Yeah, and I have one, I do this, and then it falls into the food, so you're trying to hold it up like this while you're scooping it, and some of them are easier than others. The small ones, like teaspoons and stuff, you got this big thing hanging out the back. I like to pop those things off and just use them, and then just throw them all together. When you lose one, just buy another ring. If you buy enough of those things, they're only like $4, you'll have enough all the time.
Keep them together, people.
I say take them apart.
See? Keep them on.
Take them off. So, I don't know. That's a good question that probably lends itself to a lot of aggravation in the household.
Yes.
Because if one person is very well in one direction, one goes in the other direction. I mean, the only thing that's more annoying is probably the whole toilet seat argument.
Yes. We could do that for the next question of the day. But all the women are going to say, put the toilet seat down.
Yeah, well, they're wrong.
Team separation.
So, the other value, if you guys are looking at these, I know we had Tom from Sweden. That's what I'm calling him from now on. He's in the chat, I believe, or he was earlier. If you want to use this for lemonade or iced tea, you can bring it outside. And if you're going to swim in the pool and you don't want to come back, and I do this with soda. You can probably just put soda in there too. But whenever I have a can of soda outside, like near the pool, I'm always afraid, and I've never happened, that a bee flew inside.
Yeah.
Because they love the sugar, and I see them flying around and stuff, and they go into things. So I'm always afraid, like, that there's going to be a bug in the can. And sometimes there are flies that land in your iced tea and stuff. Who kills yourself? Like, I'm going to die! And they fly and they kill themselves. And they're swimming around in your food or your liquids. So it's kind of good for that because it keeps things from getting in, even with the hole. There's a straw there, so it's in the way.
Right.
So there is value outside of the smoking part, but really I started investing in these glasses because of what it can do. You can already see the smoke starting to cling to the edges, and then when you stir it around, you'll get some of that smoke to rub off and be able to infuse a little bit more. So you got your question today. You've got a second co-host. I don't know what else I got for you guys. Oh, one last thing, because I keep forgetting. I don't know how you would type this, if you could spell this right, but I was on a podcast a couple weeks ago called Verbal Shenanigans. So if you Google Verbal Shenanigans, you'll find I think it's Podbean, it's an audio show. So if you like to listen to stuff in your car, we were on there a few weeks prior to that. Warren Bobrow, if you remember, he was on the show doing the marijuana infusions and stuff like that. He was on there, and then, what's today? This would be Tuesday. So yesterday, on Verbal Shenanigans, they had Wild Bill from The Deadliest Catch. So that's pretty cool. So if you want to see Wild Bill, or hear an interview with Wild Bill, hear an interview with me, go check them out. They're also on iTunes. If you're into the iTunes, you could do search for Verbal Shenanigans and see if they have an autocorrect, because who knows how to spell shenanigans. That's some shenanigans.
The person that created the podcast.
There you go. We're done. Teach you how to drink. Alright, so I'm going to put the cap on this. This is the Halm glass. So
that's the stopper on the bottom. Keep the liquid from leaking out.
And then I can flip it upside down like that. And boom.
Boom. And now you have a globe to drink out of.
And a lot of stuff going on over here.